Some action movies have been so good that they've earned the award for Best of the Decade. And today, we'll be taking a look at 10 that have earned the honor. Don't forget to subscribe to Binge TV and turn on notifications for more great videos like this one. 10th place, Kingsman. We're kicking off today's countdown with Kingsman: The Golden Circle, a 2017 action spy black comedy film originally produced and directed by Matthew Vaughn. The film is a sequel to Kingsman: The Secret Service and follows members of Kingsman needing to team up with their American counterparts, statesmen, to defend and rescue the world after being held hostage by Poppy Adams and her drug cartel, the Golden Circle. It grossed $410 million worldwide against a budget of $104 million and received great reviews from critics, with big praise going to the acting, the humor, and the action scenes too. 9th place, Edge of Tomorrow. In the 9th spot of our list, we have Edge of Tomorrow, a Tom Cruise sci-fi that tells us the story of a soldier in a future war against invading aliens, who was to relive the same story and the same battle over and over again until he gets it perfect. This film features some of the most stunning battle scenes in the history of film, which every day attempts to recreate D-Day with a futuristic alien twist and a mind-bending plot. It's a film worth more than a few viewings. It's one of the biggest, most complex, and at the same time most action-packed sci-fi movies of the last 10 years. 8th place, Extraction. In the 8th spot of our list, we have Extraction, a recently released action thriller that we have actually reviewed in another one of our videos, so make sure to check it out for a more in-depth dive into this incredible Netflix film. Starring Chris Hemsworth in a non-superhero setting for once, this movie is filled to the brim with action from beginning to end. It follows the story of a Black Ops mercenary who must rescue an Indian drug lord's kidnapped son in Dhaka, Bangladesh. Cue a non-stop barrage of dead bodies when Hemsworth, playing Tyler Rake, must save an innocent boy from one of the deadliest mafias in the world. Definitely worth a watch. 7th place, The Accountant. The Accountant comes up next. The Accountant is a 2016 American action thriller film directed by Gavin O'Connor and featuring Christian Wolfe, a certified public accountant played by Ben Affleck, who happens to be a high-functioning autist too. He makes a living uncooking the books, basically solving the cases of embezzlement of criminal and terrorist organizations around the world. The movie was highly praised, mostly for its action sequences, which all featured Pencat Silat. This is an Indonesian martial art with some really cool moves for those unacquainted. 6th place, Lone Survivor. Next up, we have Lone Survivor, one of the best Afghanistan films and also one of the best Navy SEALs films. It's also one of the best films about being overrun, telling us a story about Navy SEALs being heavily overrun and overwhelmed by Afghanistan. It's a 2-hour firefight without mercy, starting the action from the very first frame and not letting you down until it's over. The film was written and directed by Peter Berg and stars Mark Wahlberg, Taylor Kitsch, Emily Hirsch, Ben Foster, and Eric Bana. It was chosen by National Board of Review as one of the top 10 films of 2013 and received 2 Oscar nominations for Best Sound Editing and Best Sound Mixing. 5th place, Logan. A superhero film that's lighter on the superhero side and more on the anti-hero one. Logan is a Hugh Jackman film about the famous and ever-popular Wolverine. Logan is the 10th film in the X-Men film series and the final one in the Wolverine trilogy, based in a bleak future and following an aged Wolverine and a terminally ill Charles Xavier. These two, along with scarce allies, must defend a young mutant who goes by the name of Laura from the Evil Reavers, led by villains Donald Pierce and Xander Rice. The movie was an incredible smash hit, even being nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay at the 90th Academy Awards, and grossing more than $500 million worldwide, even becoming the 3rd largest grossing R-rated film of all time. It's praised thanks to its emotional depth and its subversion of traditional superhero plots. 4th place, Elysium. Next up we have Elysium, a science fiction action film with a really strong social message. It was both produced and directed by Neil Blomkamp and stars Matt Damon in one of the most action-packed futuristic settings in the history of film. This story features a ravaged and contaminated version of Earth that will make your skin crawl, put in contrast with a luxurious space habitat known as Elysium. The movie not only has really well-coordinated action films, it also explores overpopulation, healthcare, worker exploitation, and most of all, social class issues. Now that we have arrived to the top 3, get ready to find out which ones are the best action films of the decade. You'll be shocked to learn which one is at the top. 3rd place, Skyfall. Released in 2012, Skyfall was the biggest grossing James Bond film of all time, and considered to be the best James Bond film of all time. So, you know this one's gotta be filled with action scenes, complex villain death traps, and a lot of Bond being himself. This is the Bond film that singularly re-energized the franchise, ensured the next few Bond films financially, and even won 2 Academy Awards, 2 BAFTA Awards, and even 2 Grammy Awards. You know a film has got to have a fantastic soundtrack when it even won a Grammy all by itself, thanks to Adele's iconic theme song. It became the 7th highest grossing film of all time, the highest grossing film in the UK, the highest grossing film in the series, the highest grossing film worldwide for both Sony Pictures and MGM, and the 2nd highest grossing film of 2012. Second place, John Wick. We couldn't create a list of the best action movies of the decade without adding John Wick, a neo-noir action thriller starred by none other than the immortal Keanu Reeves. Reeves plays as the eponymous John Wick, a retired hitman that's seeking vengeance for the cruel murder of the dog given to him by his recently passed wife. The movie is notorious for its 2 prominent sequels, John Wick Chapter 2 and John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, in the following years after the original, with a 4th and 5th film also being in motion for the coming years. Wick was an orphan, taken in by the Tarasov Russian mafia and raised as an assassin. His ruthlessness earned him the nickname Baba Yaga, or Boogeyman. At the beginning of the first film, Wick has been inactive for 5 years, having retired from the Tarasov Russian mafia. But things are going to take a turn for the different after the events of the film unfold. First place, Avengers Endgame. Though there are many superhero films to choose from, Avengers Endgame is essentially what it says it is: the culmination, the endgame of the MCU. There are still many films set to be produced after it. Endgame was in production for quite a while, being announced originally in October 2014 as Avengers Infinity War Part 2, but then being removed. It finally features the expected final showdown against Thanos, after he utterly thrashed the Avengers and their allies in the past film. It features a lot of comedy, romance, action, and a lot of high-budget CGI that makes it worthy of the title for the best action movie of the past decade. The film received numerous awards and nominations, including a nomination for Best Visual Effects at the 92nd Academy Awards, 3 nominations at the 25th Critics' Choice Awards, of which it won 2, and a nomination for Special Visual Effects at the 73rd British Academy Film Awards. So, what are your thoughts on these incredible action movies of the past decade? Let us know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more great videos like this one. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.